Yeah, so in flood it blows out. So it hits, it split streams, and then it's blown out, and that's why all this is dropped here, including the sand. So the sand says that at some point it was going really slow. So what I'm looking for is some place that doesn't have the sand, or as much sand, but more
Some sand.
more of the gravels going down.
Huh?
You lost the inner tube.
Ooh. This bedrock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of material in there.
I was just trying to find something that's more in line of what we came prepared for on this hike.
Yeah. So I'm on the beginning of an inside bend of this creek and on a gravel bar, and we're just kind of poking around looking for flood gold out here today. So the hole that I started, you can see there's actually a line of larger gravels that runs through here, and then another line where it drops out the smaller gravels, probably a little faster moving water, but we're going to dig kind of right in the middle of that line where the larger gravels were dropping out. Inside here you can see that it's not quite flow sand, it's more of that gravelly sand. Lots of nice gravelly sized round river rocks in here. So we're going to dig a little of this and see if we can't find something interesting. So far we've come up with a couple of really tiny little specks of gold in a couple other places. So this bar does have some flood gold in it. Hello, little buddy. But so far nothing really big and not a lot. So we're just going to see if we can get a little flower gold playing around. It's a gorgeous day. It's a beautiful creek. It's a good time. Barbara right now, she's down the creek, down there on the opposite bank, on the inside bend over there. It looks like she's digging into the bank of the creek while standing inside of it. Good old Barbara. She is never afraid to jump in and get wet. So let's do a little digging. All right, we'll classify this down. Put it in the pan, see what we get. There we go. Well, it's not a lot. But there is a few little specks right in there. So, like I said, we were looking for flood gold, so I got 3 specks out of this spot. Might be worthy to keep digging on. We didn't hike the sluice down today, so it's just going to be whatever little flood gold we can find in a couple of hours until we go join everybody back for the A.M.R.A event for all the festivities of the day. So let me go get this in a snuffer bottle and we'll keep on digging. Alright, so I got our gold in the snuffer bottle. Back to my hole. Start digging again. Like I said, if you kind of look, there's a row of heavier gravels here before it drops into the stream for the really heavy flow in the deep part where the water is now. But you can see there's some really big gravels here. And that's sort of where my thought for the flood gold is concentrating on. Elsewhere on this bar, we get lots of flow sand. And the flow sand, while you can sometimes find good flood gold in it, a lot of times, especially here, there's a lot of gold-colored mica biotite here, little tiny flakes. And you pan it and you're like, ooh, I got gold. But no, it's mica biotite. You can kind of see it. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera if it's reflecting for you, but there's little shiny gold things all over here. And that's that mica biotite. It'll fool you, especially if you're new. It looks very gold in the pan. A lot of times what I'll do if I'm not sure if it's staying up top, which this stuff usually will wash down, but sometimes it'll stay up top, just take your finger with the water in the pan, hit one of those little gold specks, sometimes looks like gold, little gold flakes, and rub it across the bottom of your pan, that scritchety bottom. And if you see a nice gold streak going on in the bottom of the pan, then you definitely have mica, not gold, because gold won't leave a streak in the bottom of the pan. So let's keep digging. So I'm going to go this way across the water flow just to see if maybe more flood gold deposited here than here. Maybe we can find where there's a small pay streak here and get a little more out of this. And you can see these nice gravels coming out. They're dark, they're heavier, they're nice and rounded. Really good stuff. Does not look like the slatey looking. This is the slate bedrock. You can see it's really soft, crumbles, breaks up into nice little sheets for its foliation. That's our bedrock here. Whereas the gravels that are coming out of here, they're harder. That's still kind of slatey, but there's more stuff than slate in here. Well, again, not a ton, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors in the pan. So I'm going to call that pretty good for one pan in that little dig we just did. So I think I'm on to the spot over here. If I had the sluice, this might be worth sluicing out, you know, put some time in, put some dirt through the sluice and try and do some bulk, but I don't have time to go hike back out and bring it back in. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. And the answer to an age-old question, yes. Yes, they do. Enough said.
Hey, Cheryl, come check this out. Andy, is that color?
Yes, sir.
That's gold.
You see it?
That's pretty nice little gold, too.
Mama's got the pin.
Got it in the pan. See, I brought you to the good gravel bar.
That's a very good question. We're still amateurs. We had one that started the trip. I'm not sure where it's at now. You know, it's been less important. It's not about less important because we hadn't found gold yet.
So that was exciting. My friends just found their very first gold. Okay. And this is what? This is Micah and his family's second time out ever gold panning. I taught them how to pan last time, and we didn't have any luck where we were, so as you saw earlier, I identified the spot over here where there's some flood gold in the gravel bar, and congratulations, they both have got their first gold.
Where the sand is. We're trying to watch this bar right here.
As you can see, I got the monster running. I'm running about 8 degrees. My speed pump speed controller is at about a 53. Looks like it's cleaning out pretty well. Every once in a while I get some of the 1/4-inch gravels that like to get hung up in this. I changed this out to the Miracle mat. I did some testing at home with some material. I ran a 1/4 gram with about a gallon of material, and my loss was like a couple of specks out of that 1/4 gram of fine gold. So far I'm fairly happy with the change to the Miracle mat on the mini monster here, so we'll see how we do.
Grab that bucket, take that bucket. Do your bucket and just hang it off. Can you bring it over here and take this one?
Is that one ready for me? Yay! You're getting strong. These buckets are not light.
That's that shovel, Crevice. Nice and easy, slow and steady. Slow and fast, yeah. Remember when I got that dirt from, Bud? And then we load you up again.
You got like a little crawdad once somewhere.
Yeah.
They got caught in this.
Then there was that monster salamander down by the campground.
Yeah.
That's a dry spot to sit.
Yeah.
Dad, do you want me to get you a basket, Dad?
No, right now, honey. I'm taking a break.
All right.
How are you doing on water and Gatorade? Have you been hydrating?
Earlier, we're almost out of water and Gatorade. Well, we're out of Gatorade and we're almost out of water.
We have some if you guys need it.
I need to hit the water here pretty quick. That looks like it's exchanging better.
What size is it?
What do you want to do? You want to sit on that rock? You want to sit on me? Okay. I'm going to pinch myself. I'm going to do good things.
Sorry for not keeping enough eye down there.
Keep that little snap.
This is a fun job.
Oh, check out that fork.
Hey, I kind of want to keep that.
You'll get to it. It's coming your way.
I want to play this thing and have it see if I find any gold.
We've made a pretty big mound of rocks there, haven't we? Right under your feet at the end of the... That's a pretty big mound.
Got into a lot.
Oh, that's cleaning out much better. It's amazing the difference that happens when the pump's not clogged with roots. All right, it's clean out time. We've run a few buckets through here and we'll look through our mat. And I don't know if you guys can see it. Barbara, can you point to the gold up there in the mat?
And some, here it is. See that cell right there?
There's gold in the mat. So let's clean it up and see how much more gold is in the mat. Very slowly take off the black sand. You can give it a little shimmy. This black sand is a killer too.
You got your magnum on you?
Yeah, I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. You can see the gold starting to peek its head out over here. You'll notice that I'm being gentle enough that I'm washing some of the black sands, but the gold's not washing off. So this is, you got to be really watchful when you're doing this finish pan.
Yeah, you start seeing it gold wash out. You're going too much.
And you can kind of shimmy it up, and a lot of times I'll just take and finger it off, shimmy it up, get that to rinse off.
Cheryl pulled another 2 or 3 pieces of fly poo.
Oh, awesome.
There might be one more in there I just haven't gotten to yet.
This has definitely turned out to be a nice spot.
Oh, my
look at
goodness,
that.
look at that. Ooh, I'm going to sit down in the water.
I'll see.
Come over here, Liz.
How?
This way.
Use your brain, Liz. Either use your brain or fill your boots, one or two.
This is the, this part takes so much patience and I'm really, that's not a strong suit of mine.
You can see I've got gold way out here, but it's not really moving and I'm being really gentle. Let's shake it all back down in that corner. Now I can do the tap.
Get it to walk up.
And I'm making it walk. I'm tapping over here. I'm making it walk this way. See how it's all walking around?
Walking to the tap.
Now I'm getting white space over here. There's no gold in that black sand. And so that's what we're going to very gently try to make wash. But I want to get the gold separated from the black sands. It saves me work when I get home. I don't have to separate it all out.
Yep.
Like all of this I think can go, this can go. The bottom of the pan.
Okay, you asked for it. You asked for it.
It's awesome.
Okay.
And that's probably pretty cleaned up. So that's what we got out of our 4 buckets. And that's very visible, happy looking gold. Somewhere around here I have a snuffer bottle.
No, it's not there. It's still with it left. We'll get your hanging pencil fire.
In the bottle.
Alright, now we gotta fill up the hole.
Yep. We're gonna wrap up and go to the other spot. So we were walking back towards the truck and we spotted this bedrock outcropping. Most of these crevices have been pretty well cleaned out, but I did spot down here on what was under the water line until not very long ago a couple of crevices. You can see the way the stream is flowing over here. This crevice is flowing across the flow of the stream, and it is filled with some very tightly packed. I had to knock a couple off with another rock when I was first checking it out before I went and got tools. But I got a crevice that looks like it might be kind of tasty depending on what I find in it further down. And then I've got another crevice around the corner over there that looks like it has some gravels compacted in it as well that I'll probably go to. So let me work this out, get it in the pan. We'll see what we can find. Well, I cleaned that crack out, got 2 pans out of it, and there was nothing. And then I cleaned another spot out where Barbara's sitting right now and got nothing. She's cleaning out the crevice that's in the side of the rock over there, so we'll see if she gets lucky. But so far, we have not been doing really good. But man, what a beautiful spot. Just a nice exposed bedrock trough. Absolutely gorgeous.
This stuff's in tight. Look how deep it goes so far down this way more.
Yeah. Well, I hope your crevice is better than the last 2 I worked.
I'm just hoping I can get this stuff out. I don't have a great working angle, you know?
Yeah.
This thing goes way back. Like I can get that hooked in there. This is another rock out there.
My apologies for the wonky cameramanship in the branches, but you can see there's not a whole lot of room to work where we're at right here. But Barbara is whittling it away. All right, we'll let her finish. She's getting stuff in her pan. We'll pan it out. Tell you what we get. Well, we got one pan out of that crevice that Barbara's working on, and you can see there's 2 little bitty baby fly poops in there. But hey, 2 little bitty baby fly poops is better than no little bitty baby fly poops. So we'll snuffer those up, and they're gonna go home with us. Yay! This is the fun part, the walk back out after you're tired.
And the flies keep getting in my face and I fell.
Yeah, welcome to the great outdoors.
I will poke you.
So this ditch right here that we're walking through was hand dug out here as a diversion for the main creek that we were working on, which is about 100 feet that way from where we are. But they dug this to divert the creek. They put a little dam, diverted the water so that they could work the creek bed down to the bedrock. Those things we're looking for out here when you're out on these claims is you're looking for the old timers' workings and clues about what they did, why they did it, where they did it, and things like a diversion ditch or hand stacked rocks are all really big clues into what they were doing and where they were doing. Yeah, so the beginning of that diversion ditch runs along there. So they dammed the creek somewhere probably in here, diverted the water around so that they could work all of this bed without the water interfering with it. The old timers were very industrious and did a lot of work. And this section of the creek's also been dredged, my understanding, in more modern times. They had also dammed this off, ran water down this, and then dredged some of the spots down towards the end where we dropped into this ditch. Well, she dug it out. She didn't dig it all out. I think we waypointed it. We'll come back to it later. It still has some promise. It looks like it goes down into the overburden, but it's definitely a nice crevice. So
There's like these great round gravels in there.
Oh yeah, just packed full. She was having to work hard to get those gravels out. So we'll waypoint it. We'll come back next time we come back out here and see what we can find. In the meanwhile, it's been a fun weekend. We had a great time. We've enjoyed having you join us. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. And we'll see you next time here on Rubber Ducky Prospecting. See y'all.